The 73rd annual Golden Globe nominations are out, and streaming services really cleaned up. Netflix leading the way with 9 nominations. That's also the total amount of nods that CBS, Fox, ABC, and NBC combined received. So what kind of a sign is this? Streaming is the future? Leanne Aguilera joins us from Los Angeles. She's the TV editor for Entertainment Tonight Online. What kind of big picture signal does this send to the television networks about what they've got to do if they want to continue to be taken seriously in the television world?
Well, honestly, I feel like the networks are quaking in their TV booths right now, to be quite honest. I really feel like this is a wake-up call for them. They're going to have to realize that the great thing about Netflix and all of these streaming sites is they have no rules, they have no restrictions, so they can pretty much get away with everything that they want to do, which makes for really unique and watchable TV.
Okay, when we're looking at the big nods here, CBS gets 1 for The Good Wife. Now let's compare that to Netflix, right? Narcos is nominated for Best Drama, Actor, in a TV series drama. Orange is the New Black, Grace and Frankie, Bloodline, House of Cards, Master of None, Beasts of No Nation. If you look at Fox, they got a nod for Empire, but is that because, for instance, that show is following in the steps of what streaming has done in terms of breaking the rules?
Well, definitely. And the thing about Golden Globes is that they're not afraid to nominate outside of the box, so to speak. Emmys are a little bit more traditional with their picks, but the Golden Globes really try to capture those buzzier shows. And I feel like they're seeing that Netflix is causing a ton of waves in the entertainment world. And so they're really capitalizing on that and giving the appropriate nods to them. As for Empire, that was just such a buzzy first season that it's kind of hard not to acknowledge it.
Okay, so Netflix is the clear leader even in streaming, but I don't want to leave out Amazon and Hulu as well. Tell me the advantages they have when they're going and they're choosing which shows to include in their offering.
Well, what's so great about all of these streaming shows, or streaming networks, not just Netflix, is that they really have time to hone in and craft a show. They don't follow the typical pilot season, filming the pilot, launching the show in the fall, like all of the cable and network shows have to do. So they really can take the time that they need, take the amount of money that they need, and only release it when it's ready. And they don't have to worry about canceling a show because they're so confident in what they've put out that they know that fans are going to enjoy it.
Well, the other thing is the cable and television networks have a limited amount of airtime to fill.
Yeah.
If you're a streaming service, the sky's the limit. So if you want to offer a show that only gets a few viewers, people only click on it a few times, then the only question is it worth it money-wise? But you're not blocking off an hour of your valuable time by offering a show that nobody's watching.
Exactly, and they don't, and like the streaming shows, they don't really have to worry about ads. You know, they know that their viewers are paying because they want to see these shows. And you know, Netflix is actually going to be doubling their content in 2016, bringing in 31 new shows on top of all their documentaries, on top of their movies, and so really, I feel like they're going to start overtaking the network shows on everything.
What's the impact on the businesses? What's the impact for the networks, and what's the impact on the streaming services?
Well, part of the reason that Netflix is actually doubling their amount of content is because a lot of the big networks have been hesitant now to license out their shows to Netflix and to Hulu, because typically fans use Netflix as a way to catch up on past seasons of these cable and network shows. But now the networks are realizing that Netflix has become a huge competitor, so they're not going to give their babies over to Netflix. So Netflix is having to come up with their own stuff to fill in that giant gap because people are binging through these like crazy.
Okay, so then when you're looking at, for instance, Hulu Plus, where some of the networks have combined together and that's where they're offering it, but it also is a subscription service. You have to pay for access to those shows. Are you going to start seeing ABC, for instance, showing more old episodes of Scandal on Hulu instead of another service? Or even, you know, when they're talking about on demand for your cable on demand, limiting how much access you have to old episodes there?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like they're really going to only go with, like you were saying, Hulu, where you can get those episodes the next day. You can't get anything as far as network shows the night of, which is proving to be really frustrating for fans who don't have cable anymore, who don't have a regular TV, and they use their laptop to watch TV shows.
By the way, that's the other thing that's important about seeing things in real time. When you've got your phone and you want to be part of the Twitterverse, watching the premiere of Scandal or the premiere of Empire, it doesn't work to DVR it. It doesn't work to watch it a day later on Hulu. That's where, if they want to make it must-see TV the way old shows were, getting people online and part of that conversation is so important. Leanne, it's fun talking about. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.